Hey, welcome to Too Hard, Too Fast podcast. In this episode, dude, it's the trifecta. I don't know if that's the right term, but it's the three time.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
Visit of Sal's famous. He came back to San Antonio, baby. He liked it so much.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He came back when it's like super hot here in San Antonio. I am sweating crazy. But we're here. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We're just going to have fun with this one.
Yeah, man. That's, man. Third time, man. This
we
is
actually
great.
have something real cool to talk about.
Yeah.
The dire wolves.
Yeah.
You're part of it. And if you guys don't know, if you guys don't know about the cloning of the dire wolves, bringing them back from extinction, Sal had a little bit of to do with them.
Yeah.
So
man.
I do want to talk about that. That's definitely one order of business.
For sure.
But before we get started,
Cheers, brother. Cheers, man. Thanks for having me on again. And San Antonio, I love you. I told some friends of ours that I was like, I'm coming back here so much, it's gonna be called San Antonio.
San Antonio. We'll need some tacos like that.
That's right.
But let's sit back, buckle up. Let's go too hard, too fast.
Bang,
hey.
Bienvenidos, everybody. This is Sal's Famous, the world's famous Sal's Famous, and I'm going too hard, too fast for three times, and that's the bottom line, because Sal's Famous said so.
We're doing things a little different today. If I'm off camera or if I'm dark, well, I'm brown, so don't judge.
There you go. All right.
Hey, you don't have your belts up here.
Well, yeah.
It might come.
Oh, you want me to do one? We'll just do like a raw unedited segment. Just trying to throw this bad boy up here. Hold on. Let's put this one up. This is one of the original, the OG ones. Not too big, you know. Yeah. I think that's good. Hold on. I think that's all right. It's fine.
Well, you got to see it later.
Yeah, there you go. It's there. You get it.
This is prettle cool, man.
Thank you, brother. I threw some paint on it. Like, that's an old one that I bought when I first had the idea for it. Little backstory there. Just, I ordered it online, and it was like the cheapest one I could afford at the time. And I was like, oh, this would be kind of cool. Yeah. And then as I had it, after a while, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just throw some splatters on there and tape over it, and make it look like me, like a piece of art. So
that's pretty cool.
Thanks, man. Yeah. So, yeah, you've been doing things, man. You've been interviewing people and.
I've been trying. It's crazy. Dude, what's killing me is not having a studio.
Yeah. So, you're a one-man show, so.
One-man show, but, well, I don't know. I don't want to take credit for one man. It's everybody that supports with me.
Well, for sure, but I mean, like, as far as you setting up and stuff, you're a one-man show. Like, you do it all, and you got the cameras and the lights and stuff. So.
Yeah, and that's what I guess one thing that I would love to stop doing is having to set up everything all the time.
Yeah, so you can be an artist.
I would like to just
focus on the interview.
That would be great.
For sure.
But not stop to where because the idea will be also I want to travel with the podcast and that's like part of it. So yeah, setting it up, I just gotta be quicker about it.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Less sweatier too.
It is what it is. You got to learn, and like me, like when I did that live painting last one, I forgot like some of my tools, but good thing they only had me do 3 different colors, purple, black, and white, but it was different variations of a black, which would be like a Molotov graffiti pen or a black drip pen from Crink. That's not a sponsor, it's just this brand I use. And like, I forgot a few of them because I was spread thin between going to Vegas on a personal trip, then going to not Denver, but was going to go live paint in Denver. Then I caught like a little illness. But then I had shipped some stuff off, and it had just gotten shipped back, and it was like a whole smorgasbord of bullshit, and I forgot certain things just because I was spacing out, and I was trying to make this event perfect. But such is life. You just got to roll with the punches.
Yeah. You said you went to Denver.
I was going.
So you went. Oh, you didn't go?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I want to get into the dire wolves, but I want to make people wait.
Yeah, make them wait for it. Make them wait for it.
You guys wait. I'm gonna keep.
When was the last time I saw you,
dude? I don't know. It's almost. I
want to say it was last year in August.
Okay, so it hasn't been that long. I was gonna say it's almost been a full year, but it's not.
I want to say it was last year in August. I want to say we could look in the archives later, but I'm sure you'll find it. But it's been a little bit. But I've been doing some cool little things here and there. I tell everyday people that I run into my stories of what I've been doing, and I just feel like I'm regurgitating things. So you have to tell me if I've told you already.
No, it's all right. What I want to talk about is more like just have fun with this one.
For sure.
I just want to have fun. For sure, I want to hit the dire wolves.
Yeah.
This is because it's crazy. Okay. Let's give people a little bit of hint, and then we'll get to them later. We'll make them wait later.
Yeah.
But with the dire wolves, somebody, I can't remember the name. What's the name of the company?
Colossal.
They pretty much brought dire wolves back to life. They were extinct. Mm-hmm. They cloned them using fossils, and now they're alive and thriving. Somewhere.
Correct.
And they went on to Joe Rogan, and obviously I'm a Joe Rogan fan, and I listened to their podcast, and then I'm here scrolling through my Instagram, and here I see
Ben Lamm.
Boom! You're associated with them.
Ben Lamm. I'm just gonna do this one. Is that too much of a thing?
No,
is that bad? Okay.
That looks good.
If that's a bad glare, let me know. No. I'll take it away.
Well, I won't know till I meditate.
Oh shit! Okay, let me take that away.
Leave it. I don't care, man. That's cool.
Okay, tight.
That's cool, man.
It's a lot of reflection. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm gonna hide behind it. No, but Ben Lamm. He basically, I was signed to a gallery year 1, or not year 2. Sorry. I forget how this woman found me. I think I just walked in there one day and showed her my stuff, and it was on a street in Dallas called Dragon Street in the Design District, and she loved my stuff and showed it to some of her people that are collectors there, and they loved it, and she was like, I'd like to sign you. Cool. I get signed, and then next thing you know, she's like, hey, there's this guy, he's like a entrepreneurial type of guy. I forget, I'm just paraphrasing because I'm in year 9, this was year 2, that's 7 years ago. It's hard to remember every little thing, but basically she said, his name is Ben Lamm, and he's a entrepreneurial tycoon, CEO type of guy, and he loves your stuff. And so he commissioned me for a few pieces. He bought a few pieces, and then I didn't hear from him again till about 4 years ago. She's like, hey, Ben's trying to reach out to you, and this is after I kind of had a falling out with this woman, but now we're cool. And she's like, hey, he's trying to reach out to you. Do you want to get in touch with him? I'm like, absolutely. What does he want? She's like, I don't know. He just wants to commission you for something. And I'm like, cool, let's go. And reached out to him, and he got back to me. He's like, hey, come see me. I'm at my digs in Deep Ellum in Dallas, which is by downtown. So I went over there. And he's talking to me. He's like, hey, look, man, I started this company. It's called Colossal. And basically, we're bringing back the woolly mammoth. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, like Jurassic Park. And I was like, oh, no. In my head, I'm like, that doesn't end well. So I'm like, okay, cool, man. That's dope. And so I basically was like, so what's the deal? And he was like, I'm paraphrasing, of course. I didn't say what's the deal. I was just like, hey, so what do you think? What's going on? And he goes, we see this wall right here. And he points. It's like a huge, because it's an industrial building that he modernized, and he runs his offices out of there. Mm. And it's this huge, like literally a 10 wall, made out of 10. And it's like 11 feet tall, but like 8 feet wide, something crazy. It was huge. And it was mammoth, no pun intended. So basically, he was like, I want you, right? Yeah, plenty of puns. Big puns. R.I.P. But no, so like he was like, could you do like goes, I want to do like a woolly mammoth here, but I don't want it to be like an actual rendering of a woolly mammoth, because I was like, Ben, my style. It's not like legit. Like it's gonna look like the animal. It'll look like the animal, but like kind of graffiti and abstract, right?
Yeah,
and
he's like by numbers.
Exactly. So he's like, no, I know. That's why I want you. And I was like, okay, cool. And he was trying to articulate it. And he basically just was like, and he kept like, because he's a smart, brilliant man. Yeah. And so it's like me trying to talk about pharmaceutical drugs. I'd sound half, you know what I'm saying? So he's like trying to articulate it. I'm not calling him, but you know what I'm saying? He was trying to articulate, but he couldn't really come up with what he was thinking, but I could feel it off of him. And I go like this, because he was wearing like a blazer with like some jeans and like some regular like cool sneakers and cool watch, and he had a shirt underneath the the blazer, it said Deftones, which is one of my favorite bands. And I looked at him and I go, Ben, hold on. I said, let me tell you if this makes sense to you. I said, National Geographic meets MTV. And he goes, that's it. That's exactly what I want. I said, got you. Say less. So I'm getting ready to do the painting, the mural. I'm about to wrap it up because we're going to come right back to the live thing. But basically, like, he was like, his assistant, I forget her name right now. Sorry. I did when I was telling the story again before. But, like, this woman reaches out to me. They're very professional. She's like, Sal, we need a estimate of how much, because I told him how much, and it was like the most I've ever made in my career at that time. He's like, okay, deal. Can I give you half, and then half when I'm done? Okay, cool. We're going to reach out to you to get, you know, to what do you call it, wire you the money. Cool. The woman goes, we want a rendering, because they're, you know, it's a corporation. They're very by the numbers, right? I'm not. I'm an artist. I fucking sling it. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, she calls me and she's like, Sal, you know, we want a rendering of your painting, like a draft. Yeah. I don't know how to draw. I know how to paint. I can't draw texture. I've done a rendering. You would laugh. I did it for a Velvet Taco. They looked at it. They were like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, they didn't say it, but their eyes said everything. Yeah. And I'm like, trust me, it's going to look way better. I don't know how to draw. Like, you shouldn't ask me for a rendering, but I understand why you do this. So I told her, because I learned from that Velvet Taco experience, learn from your experiences, everybody. I said, I don't draw. I'm not trying to be a snake oil salesman and be like a I'm not trying to hustle you. Yeah. I legit, it's like jazz. You want the national anthem, but it's gonna sound like it, but it's gonna have, you know, it's gonna sound different, but you're gonna know it's the national anthem. I was like, it's gonna look like the Woolly Mammoth. Trust me, but it'll be crazy. She goes, okay, Ben loves what you do. We trust you. Perfect. That's it. Boom. Next thing I know, I'm fucking kill it. He loves it. I want you to do 2 more. So I did 2 more murals in that same location, knocked it out of the park. Well, the last
of different
one
things or the
of
same?
Different things.
Okay.
The first one was like a big woolly mammoth. The other ones were like a saber-toothed tiger with a woolly mammoth, but they're all looking off to the side with a thylacine and then a dodo. And I just did it all.
Why'd you point at me when you said dodo?
No, dodo. But no,
I'll take it.
So no, but like I knocked them all out of the park. The last one, I think I kind of was getting burnt out. So I misunderstood what he wanted, but he basically wanted just like the C for the colossal, but like I made it like woolly mammoth tusks looking kind of thing. Anyway, I had to redo it, but I made it work and it was fine. They were all happy. Then fast forward to current day, I haven't heard from him, and basically I get a call from this man named Sean. He was just like, hey, Ben told me to reach out to you. We're doing this big event, but I can't talk about it. I'm like, what? And it's like, yeah, I need you to sign this NDA. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, I can't tell you anymore. He just wants you to use you for this live event, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, cool. Send me the NDA. I signed it. Had a couple little issues. I'm not smart that way. I'm kind of silly or slow. And I send it to him. And then he gets on the phone with me. He's like, hey, so you like Game of Thrones? And I was like, I love Game of Thrones. I've seen it like 10 plus times, like over and over, like from season 1 to the finale. He's like, okay, do you know what the direwolves are? I said, yeah, of course. He goes, well, we brought those back. And I was like, what?
Wild,
he's
dude,
like, yeah,
wild.
we brought 3 of them. He said we brought 3 of them back. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, they're beautiful. And, you know, Ben's going to be all over the news, but we can't talk about it. But we want you basically to do a live painting at our big reveal party. Not reveal party, but like their launch party of like, we brought them back and like have all the swag and stuff, which they have great merch. Best merch that I've ever seen of any company. And yeah, so that was it, man. The rest is history, and I did my thing, and
but we'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's get into because you did the work, the way you did it, it's crazy, and that's what I want to touch on too. But that was a really good backstory to the next part. But we'll get to it. You guys stick around.
Oh yeah. Real quick, the last thing. I'm sorry. Ben was on Joe Rogan, and I didn't even know that. I just knew that he was like getting his name out there more. And then I just, I follow Rogan on Instagram, and next thing you know, I see a photo, and I go, I know this motherfucker. Like he's like, I know him personally. I was like, oh shit, he's on Rogan. Like, that was fucking crazy. Anyway.
Well, no, that's the other thing I was gonna say is that, dude, it didn't click till after I saw you working with them. I was like, fuck, would have been so cool if like they would have thrown Sal's name in there.
I know. I listened to the podcast, and my ego was like, maybe they'll bring you up. Piece of shit. I shouldn't think that. But no. It's kind of weird cool, though. I've always put it out there, and I will say, like, I mean, I do a lot of things called shadow play, which is like you never know what I post is real versus like it's just fantasy.
Yeah.
Some things are real, some things aren't. Some things have been paid for, some things were given away for free. You'll never know. However, that's one of the things I've always said is I'm going to be on Rogan, and I've talked it into existence. And it went from him moving from California. He could have moved to Florida. He could have moved to Arkansas. He could have moved to Oklahoma. He moved to fucking Austin, which is not that far from Dallas. And then he has a person on there that's an avid collector of my art who loves what I do. Granted, Rogan doesn't like my style of art. That's another story. But I think if I were to go on, because a bar friend of mine was like, hey, man, he's really sweet. His name is Dan Harris. Shout out to you, Dan. The coolest person I know. And he was like, you're going to be on Rogan? What would you talk about? I said, well, if I was on Rogan, I wouldn't be coming from the stance of, look how great my art is. It's like, yeah, I know what I do is kind of like fun and games to certain people, and it's a joke. But there's a part of it that's so I find fascinating. Like, I love it, but I also kind of hate it at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's certain parts. I mean, you know, it's like I'm Nate Diaz, and I'm like, all of y'all are gay. You know what I mean? Like, there's no real. Yeah, like, there's no. Like, he's like, this is bullshit. Like, he's like talking shit, but he loves fighting, right? Yeah. But he's like, ain't no real gangsters out there no more. It's like I'm like that now, but I'm like talking about my industry that way. Like, this is all stupid, but also too, I love it because I love what I do. I love how I do it. Yeah, you know what I mean? So
yeah, that makes sense. And I think it's the fact too that well, with my connection to you is that we kind of like the same stuff. We listen to the same podcast, the same comedians. You know, we like wrestling kind of things. Yep. So I think that's probably why we mesh well too. But so yeah, when I saw that, I was like, dang, connection. And yeah, that's the other thing I believe in is like we're only so many degrees away from like knowing somebody that knows somebody. You know. Yeah, and it's weird. Like I know there's at least one person that's following me that is close friends, and I hope they're still following me as I say this, but they're like close friends with Joe Rogan, like connected.
Interesting.
Yeah, I won't throw his name out or anything. He doesn't probably listen to, but I know he follows me, and every now and then I go back and check. Yeah, he's still following.
Oh, dude, I haven't done that in a while, but I would do that a lot, especially when it was like it's like exciting. Yeah, because it's like they see you, you know. And that's really cool. That's really cool, and you should do that because, shit. I mean, how many people can say that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who this individual is, but that's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool that they. That's cool that they see, even if they don't listen to your shit or whatever, they see potential, and that's cool that they even took the time to like go click, follow you. You know?
Yeah. That's pretty. I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'm not trying to be like, I can't name them. You know, I'm so cool, I can't name them. No, it's more like I don't want to jinx it.
No,
I don't want to jinx it.
And you know what's funny? I was saying this the other day. It was like you don't know who's looking at your stuff. You don't know who's checking out your shit and looking at your stuff and talking about you. You have no clue. I was saying this literally yesterday. I was like, what do you call it? I had somebody. This is random people. That when I go the places I go, they don't follow me. They see my stories, but I don't know if they're looking at my page. But they'll go something that I didn't post on my story that I posted on my page. They'll be like, "Oh, hey man, I saw you blah blah blah. You did blah blah blah," and I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, how did you know that?" Like, but then I'm like, "Oh, that's right. I posted it on my page." And they must be looking at my page. You know what I mean? So you never know, man.
I think, and then I read somewhere or heard somewhere. I probably heard it because I don't read, and I don't even know why I said that in the first place. But I heard that 90% of the people that are supporting you are probably not following you and definitely not liking or anything.
Correct.
Like the percentage that do that drops off dramatically.
Correct.
Like from 90%. That casually view and they hang out versus like the ones that actually like and follow and all that nonsense, it's like 6% or something, and then the 1% is the one that will buy your merch. So it's crazy.
Yeah, man.
It drops off dramatically.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But yeah, so weird question because we were hanging out yesterday. We went out. with the boys from Que Pasa Con La Masa podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. I usually bleep out podcast names. No. Cool guys. But
They're very big supporters of you.
no, man, they're
Good
awesome.
dudes.
But we were hanging out, and I was thinking, like, you have a certain way of dressing. And Hector was there with his podcast T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, which, by the way, I should mention. Dude, as a 3-time guest, I feel like you don't just get a koozie anymore.
Nice.
You get a T-shirt. So this is the podcast T-shirt. If you can't see it, I don't know if I'm in a shadow or not. I'll fix it later. But this is the Too Hard Too Fast T-shirt. I'm not selling merch yet.
That's good.
Maybe at some point I will sell merch. Right now, I think that it's just
It's
gifts.
beautiful, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's just gifts to
I feel
to the
very,
guest.
very fortunate. Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, like
That's great. That's great.
the guest, first time guests always get a koozie, and some stickers, and then second time around, I don't think I gave you anything second time around. Right? I don't know if I've given anybody.
No, it's cool, man.
I had a few
appreciate it.
that
I feel very, very grateful, and that I know you, and like you came to Dallas the first time, and then I came down here, and I'm down here again, and like we posted that thing on Instagram because I was on their podcast, whichever one drops first or whatever.
Probably them.
But like probably them, yeah. But like once this drops too, like it'll be kind of dope simultaneously, right?
Yeah.
Little podcast tour. But. I put the future kings of San Antonio podcast, and then just some Ronin artists, whatever I put, and just some Ronin or what's the word I use as another other than Ronin, like just some upstart artists from Dallas. You know what I mean? So I feel very fortunate that you guys have me on and stuff like that, because you can have anybody on. So I appreciate it.
No, I love it, man. I really enjoy talking to you. And those guys they're fucking cool.
Yeah, man. And you guys have a cool ass like little.
Yeah, it's a good mentality because there's other people around. Whatever, I won't talk. But these guys are. Let's all work together and let's all make it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. There's enough for everybody, man.
But I don't know where I was going with this. I talked about the T-shirt. Oh, yeah, second time guest. I usually don't get them anything, but third time I was like, I think you might be. I know I owe somebody a T-shirt out there, and I can't think of them right now, but I know there's somebody else that's done the 3-time visit, but you're the first one to get the shirt.
3-time, man. It's awesome, dude.
Yep.
3 times in what, 3 years? So like once every year-ish?
I think so, almost.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe the last one was like, and this one is like a little shorter in between.
Yeah, it don't matter. You're here 3 times. But what I was going to say is that that the way, Hector was showing off, I usually never wear my shirt out unless like I was recently just recording a podcast that I'm not changing back and we're gonna go hang out.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than that, I won't put it on. I am getting some testing products for a hat or a cap.
Nice.
And that I probably will wear out. Like I just like caps.
Dude, you should.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. They're supposed to send me a sample. Anyways, long story. The way you dress as an artist. Like you dress and you're out in public looking like you do something with art. Or like something.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
And do you find that weird? Like, or do you feel like people give you weird stares, or they ask you questions about them? Okay, the thing is, like, you can say like your pants are kind of painted up, they're torn up.
Yeah, work pants. I don't like changing out of them either.
Exactly. So,
I'm lazy, bro.
But then you see like everything else. You got the rings, the chains. Like, you don't look like, I just came from like. I don't know what to like you got a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to say that. Like without, like you're out there doing something.
No, yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, like there's times where I'm like, every once in a while I'll be like, oh shit, like I don't know. I'm like, man, fuck that. This is you. Like this is authentically me. I'm wearing my little Stone Cold shirt. I got my Jesus thing. I got my painted pants. I got my Cleveland. I'm not from Cleveland, but I found out recently I'm a little Native American that's wearing the grills and shit. So I just kind of like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like dressing extra funky, and I'll wear like these jailhouse looking black and white striped jeans, and people always give me shit like, oh, you just got out of the pen, blah blah blah. They'll make jokes, and I already know it's gonna come. And I paint my nails every once in a while, and I don't do that to be like, look at me. I do it because I'm like, I like doing this. This is just me. Like I don't care. I even forget how I look to people. So when I go places and it's like more conservative and guys are wearing like Sperry topsiders and their khakis with their golf shirts. This is one of the bars that I go to where most of them dress like that. And I just walk in like this, and if they don't know me, they just kind of look at me weird. And I'm like, what the fuck are they looking at? What the fuck is your problem, bitch? And then I'm just like, oh, wait. Yeah, I get it. Like, and I got all the tattoos and shit, and they're probably like, and then they're like with their laptops, like doing work, and I'm just sitting there on my phone doing research for like whatever project or trying to get motivated, looking like this, and they're like, he's day drinking like we are. What the fuck does he do? And they don't say that, but like I'll have people talk to people because then I know people at this bar, they're all my friends, like cheers. So a lot of these conservative looking guys, what's up, Sal? And then guys that look like them are like, how does he know him? And then they'll be like, oh, he's a great art. They'll do my bidding for me. I don't have to say shit. I'll just be sitting there on my phone, but I can see it out of my peripheral. They're talking to them and kind of like pointing, like what the fuck is that? Like, who's he? And then they're like, oh, and they're like doing this shit. And then I'm just like, got another one. They're talking. And then next you know, they're like, hey man, my name's John Deere, John whatever the fuck their last name is, John Deere, like the fucking company, but who knows? But like, you know, my name is John blah blah blah, and you know, oh, I heard you're a great artist. Can I see some of your stuff? And then that's how that goes. So it's kind of cool, like when they do see me and they think like, oh wow. But I just dress how I want, man. And I come from a kind of a cool eclectic family, and my uncle was an entertainer, had like some cool swag for the 70s. You know what I mean? He was dressed in like cool different suits and shit. Yeah. But I guess it just is kind of in the DNA, and I kind of just wear whatever I want. Yeah. You know? And that's why when people ask me, like when I'm very, very flattered when people are like, should I wear? And I'm like, dude, what are you comfortable with? Like, you wear what you want to wear. Like, this is authentically you. Go for it, baby. I love it. I think it's fantastic. You know what I mean? Like, don't look at me like just because I validated it. What if you feel weird in it? Because people can feel when you're not comfortable. They can feel it. Like, I know when people aren't comfortable wearing something, I'm like, that's not you. You're pretending. Just like when all the UFC fighters started talking like Conor McGregor, they started doing all that shit talking. And it was so cringy and awkward. You're like, didn't land like right, this isn't you. Like, you're actually a nice person. Don't do that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
people want to see you fight because you are a nice person.
Right, so correct. Like, you can be honorable, like George St. Pierre. You can be honorable and like bow and shit. And like, or what's his name? Anderson Silva. Yeah. Conor McGregor just brought that different kind of like WWF, WWE shit talking, but he was good at the time at it. But it's like, that was him, you know? Yeah. Like other people, like it's that, like that's not you. Like, why are you doing that? Yeah. Like, it was cringy. So my point is, same thing with dressing. Just like wear what you want. I wear what I want. Every day's Halloween.
Well, I think that's why. Like I don't think I've ever had like a set style of clothes. Like I just wear what's comfortable. Yeah. And but I don't wear like my podcast name out just because I'm like,
I get it.
Maybe if I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I'm like Joe Rogan level or you know huge. I wonder if I would or not. Like it's always a thought. Like, am I not wearing it because I still feel like I'm not that?
I feel like this is going back to episode 1 or 2 when we talked about this.
We won't go that far. I know it's kind of going to like the identity thing. Yeah, but it's a thing that. But anyways, even with that, like when I wear like, even this, like a lot of people are like. I have like, and this is another thing that we have in common is this: we buy at the same jewelry place. I think some of our rings and the skulls. I'm like, dude, I've loved skulls for forever. Like every ring, I have a big old giant tattoo of a skull here. I just love skulls. And I have another one right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like I don't know what it is. I just fucking love them. Yeah, it's
great.
With that, some people are like, no, it's a different. Your style is like so casual over here, and it's like you're gonna fuck death over here. It's like that's just cool. It's just what I like.
It's you though, man. It's cool. I dig it.
And now I forgot where I was going with that.
Oh, wearing the merch.
No, but
dressing. Me dressing and how I dress.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a point to it.
Damn it.
Not too hard to fest.
Yeah.
But.
Well, I'll be wearing your shirt out, so don't you worry.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm actually, well, I wish, like I said, you gave me a shirt. I'll show it off right here.
Oh, yeah.
I like this.
The way that came out about actually is I was talking to my installer, Mario.
Oh, yeah, you can see it right there. Perfect.
So we were just texting, and I said, because he's a really cool-ass Mexican dude, and I go, and he's dope, but he just works his ass off, and he's really humble. And I said, yeah, man, we're hungry, humble, hungry vatos. And then I was like, that should be a shirt. And he was like, dude, if you make one, make me one. And I was like, I made one for you and the Masa boys. Yeah. And then next will be me and him. And that for me is a movement. Is just like, just being a good person. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And like, it don't take much to just say hello to somebody and smile, even if you're having a hard day. They could be having, seeing things from both sides.
Yeah.
Is really cool. And I try my hardest. I'm human. I'm flawed. Can be an asshole, I know, but like I try my best to be a good person and be nice to people.
Oh,
you never know, a smile, a compliment can make somebody's day, right?
Oh, I saw.
So that's where that shirt kind of comes from.
I saw a thing the other day where it said, if somebody's missing their smile, give them one of yours. I thought that was cool.
A smell or a smile?
Well, that too, dude. I fucking stink right now.
A smile.
A smile.
Okay, they said
if somebody's
smell,
missing
like
their
smell.
smile, yeah.
Okay, smile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just my
sure.
that's my Mexican coming out. My Spanish. The longer this podcast goes, the more it comes out.
Cochino. That's hilarious.
But,
I love that.
Oh, and the other thing is like being comfortable in your own clothes or your own body. The other thing that reminded me of when you said that, I was recently having a conversation with a friend, and they were saying like, "Oh man, like, they're talking about another person's like she's just comfortable in her own body. Like I wish I was too, like just comfortable in my own body." I was like, I am very comfortable in my own body. Mm-hmm. I'm just not comfortable in my clothes. Like that's the only thing I'm not comfortable in. My body, I'm comfortable in. My clothes, not so much. That's where the problem is.
I love that. I love
just
that.
pantalones are tight.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, I was thinking about that when we were hanging out at the restaurant. I was like, because I know like there were some looks over but they could have also been looking because it's like these guys like that guy Hector wearing his podcast. James has his like tattoo on the back of his head.
Yeah, I didn't notice he had one of those. I was like, oh shit,
cool,
that's intense.
I showed up. I showed up late. Long hair, all messy everywhere.
You look great, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you got your clothes. So I felt like we were getting some looks, but it was more like curiosity. I was like,
For sure.
It felt good and weird at the same time.
And y'all are some big ass dudes. I'm the smallest motherfucker at the table, but like I had a bright neon orange hat on. It's kind of funny. Yeah, that's funny.
I don't know. Sometimes I just have to think about like. Also, I can't get that going to my head. I was like, they were probably just staring because you look like a dumbass George.
Dude, it's so funny. Like it's so funny, George. Like I think of that all the time. Like I sometimes still get in my own head about it, but I don't really see it because I'm so used to it. Like not saying like everybody looks at me, but I'm just saying like, but most time, unless I'm in Austin, like I'm the most person that looks like me there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like a lot of people are like kind of just conform and all look the same. And then if there's like one other person. So I'm like, oh good, they can take the attention away from me, and I'm just like fading to the back, But like it's just kind of funny, like it's it happens. But yeah, like I get that way too sometimes. I'm like, what are they looking at? Why are they looking at me? I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. Just gotta like whatever, just enjoy myself.
I have this constant reminder, like, dude, you're not that important. They're not looking at you. Yeah. They're looking around. They're looking through you, dude.
Yes. You know what's funny is like nobody cares, man. Yeah. Nobody really cares that much. They might give you a glance or two, and then they go about their thing. You know what I'm saying? And as long as people like just leave me alone, I'm cool. Like, go ahead.
And most people do.
Yeah.
Most people are real.
Drink it in. It's all good. Cool, man. And it's kind of funny sometimes when people are like they just don't realize they're staring.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, man. Or, like, if it's a chick, whatever. It's like, oh, I love your nails. Or whatever. They go, oh. They, like, catch themselves. And they go, oh, thank you. Like that. And you're like, okay, they're cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So,
let's go back to the dire wolves.
Yeah.
I think we kept people long enough.
Okay.
So, they created these wolves. Are they in Dallas? The wolves? Do you know
in
that
Texas
much?
somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Because I listened to the pod with him and Rogan. I listened to the whole thing. He did great for such a big podcast.
Yeah.
And he said somewhere in a preserve, I think in Texas,
Yeah, like I must have missed the part where he said where actually, like if it was in Texas or not.
I could be wrong, but I think that's what he said.
But I knew that they said they had a giant, like a whole bunch of acres just for them. Mm-hmm. And it's 2 brothers, and then there's a sister, but I don't think she was in there with them yet. Like they were still doing tests or something.
Yeah, it's two boys and a girl. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's crazy. Did you get...
One's at my house.
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did a live painting for them for an event.
Yes.
And I'll put some images on here.
I can send you some too.
Perfect. Did you get to see them?
I did not. I was kind of hoping that they were going to be there, and I kind of was preparing myself for some of the investors that are like, what's his name? Tom Brady, George R. Martin.
Oh, Tom Brady's
just to name a few of their investors.
Wow.
Yeah, which he said this on Rogue is public knowledge. So
okay. No
I'm
NDA
not saying anything out of
breaking.
pocket. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. Oh, the NDA is far from gone. It's all out the window now because everybody knows.
Perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like, Direwolf was on the cover of Time, and it's been everywhere. It's crazy. But no, like,
you had no reservations in signing an NDA without knowing why you were signing.
I had an inkling. It had to do with something they brought back, which was a little freaky.
Yeah,
because it's kind of like you're playing with God, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
which we can go down a rabbit hole on that one. But yeah, so like,
or even just Jurassic Park,
and there's some theories about. I'm gonna go off on this and I'll come right back.
Okay.
But there's a theory that the reason why the Noah's Ark thing, right? Like they say if you believe in conspiracy, it leads you to spirituality, right? And I'm not a religious person, but if you believe in Noah's Ark, they say the reason why Noah's Ark happened with the big flood is because there was some breeding of different species and bringing about these different kinds of animals that should have never been here, and it made God pissed, and he was like, all right, chill, and they didn't, and that's why there was like, in a time, it's gonna sound crazy, there was like giants, there was like weird wolfmen and shit walking around and crazy shit mating with humans, and then boom, flood, boom, wiped it all out. My point is, not saying dire wolves are, I don't know, but they were like extinct tens of thousands of years ago, and now
I
they're
think
back.
it was like 10,000 years ago at least.
Yeah, whether you believe in climate change, that's what they say, why they brought them back. I think they look cool. I was lucky enough to be a part of history and paint them, so I'm cool with it. I don't care. Like, I got in, got out, did my busy, and then I'm done. Yeah. So, but like, what was your question again? My bad.
Sorry. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about like these giants and stuff. So
we can get into that later. But no, but so basically, like,
you did the painting. Yeah. Did they give you direction to what you wanted?
So
what they wanted.
So I have a spiritual guide advisor. Her name is LaDonna. I know it's gonna sound like woo woo shit. She's Native American, Mescalero Apache. She actually brought me to know that I am. My abuelito is half Mescalero Apache. My dad's a quarter, so I'm a tenth. Nice. So I'm actually some native. You know what I'm saying? So, which is weird.
I don't know if we can say native.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, I'm native. I'm native basically. I'm a little native, but like she's like full blood, so she's like very intuitive, and I've been having some issues because when we started talking, they wanted like a huge ass painting, like a 8 foot by 10 foot or something like that. So they're like, can you give us some options? Because they wanted to go in their office. I said, sure. So I gave them some options. I was like, okay, 8 foot by 10 foot, like 8 feet wide by 10 feet tall is like $3,500, not including tax. So we're close to $4,000, right? And then from there it goes down, right? The smaller you get. So the smallest one, it has to be crate shipped. You can't just buy this at an art store. Yeah. Okay, not that I know of. So leave in the comments if you can. But basically, like anything like less than, if it's more than 6 feet or something like that, or whatever, 5 feet, you have to crate shit that, which is going to take 6 to 8 business days, right? The event was in late April, like April 21st or some shit like that. I was in Vegas mid-April, and then I was going to come back and work on it that week, like kind of touch it up. The way I work with live paintings, I have it like 50 to 60 to maybe sometimes 70% done, because an event only goes 3 hours. Yeah. So with 3 hours, I have to make sure that paint dries, and I have to make sure I detail it, and then boom, you can take it home with you. I sign it, we take photos, we're good. Yeah. Now, if you want me to take it home with me, then I can do the splatters after, right? If I need to, whatever. Yeah. So they want me to take it with me, but they want me to finish it pretty much all that night. I said, okay. April 1st rolls around, no word. First week April goes, no word. I'm texting them like crazy. What's going on? They haven't given me the terms of how much, because I need to know how much to charge them based on the size of the painting that they pick, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, perfect sense.
Dude, it's fucking the week before the week I go to Vegas. For a week, they knew this in March. February. They knew this in February. March, I'm still in dialogue. Okay, we're going to come, don't worry, we're going to figure it out. April comes. I'm about to leave the next week, and then when I come back, I literally have a week, not even a week, maybe like 4 days. Then there's that weekend. Now you got to consider the weather. The next week on Monday night is the event, right? I haven't heard any words. Wednesday of when I was in not in Vegas. The Wednesday before the week I went to Vegas, I get an email. We want to do the one for this much and this size. Okay, it's Thursday, and I leave on. I think I leave. Oh fuck! I'm bad with dates. My point is, I only had like 3 or 4 days to go buy the painting, put a base on it, flip it around, have it ready, so when I come back from Vegas, I can work on it for like 3 or 4 more days. I would have to work on it for day and night, nonstop, probably doing all sorts of shit just to keep me awake. Okay, so I'm freaking out about it, and I'm like, fuck. Okay, I have to order this, but it takes 6 to 8 business days to get to me. So when I'm gone in Vegas, it'll get to Dallas, which means I can't work on it till I get back. And it's going to be not huge, but it was going to be like a 6 foot by 7 foot or something like that, right? Yeah. So there's an art store that I know I can get one that's a 60 by 48, which is, I think, like a 5 foot by 4 foot tall canvas, which is still a good size, right? But it wasn't the one they wanted. They wanted one that was going to be like a 5 foot by 6 foot or some shit like that. So I'm on the treadmill at this gym I go to, and I'm really struggling because I'm like, this is not going to fucking work. And I'm like, I need to work on it now. Like, I need to go buy the canvas today, start on it tomorrow so that I can work on the weekend, leave to Vegas the next week, enjoy myself, come back on Friday, work on it then, Saturday, Sunday, Monday's the show, right? Yeah. So I'm on the treadmill, and I'm like, what should I do? And then a voice in my gut was like, do it for free. I stopped the treadmill. I get off the treadmill. I walked off by the free weights, and I have my headphones in, and I'm looking up at the ceiling, and I'm like, are you sure? Like that out loud. And then it goes, do it for free. You ever see that movie, Meet Joe Black? No. Anthony Hopkins, he hears a voice when he's about to die. That's exactly what it was like with me. Not that I'm about to die, but it sounded like that. That voice sounded like that in my gut. It was like, do it for free. And I went, fuck. And then I was like, are you sure? Like that. And he was like, do it for free. So I got on the phone, I text LaDonna, I go, I need to talk to you. And I'm driving to Trader Joe's to grab water. That woman, I'm not gonna say her name, that she's the party organizer for Colossal. Sal, we need an invoice so we can send you the money, and we need to know exactly all this spreadsheet bullshit that I didn't sign up to be an artist to do, right? Yeah. I became an artist to paint. Granted, making money is beautiful, but I'm in the rarefied position right now where I had enough money to where I can go, I don't give a shit. Just let me be a part of history. No red tape. I get to do what I want with your suggestions, but I'm doing this for free, which means the shackles are off of me now. Now I can be a true free artist. Yeah. Because what happens with artists is they get fucking stranglehold by corporations because they're cunts. Yeah. Not saying those people with Colossal are cunts. I'm just saying most corporations will hog tie artists and make them do what they want and fuck them up the ass because, I'm sorry for the language, but it's like I get passionate about this because this is what's wrong with most artists is they will bow to that dollar. They will sell their soul. And not saying I'm better than anybody else. I'm just more aware of what the situation is. Yeah. So I go, I'll just do it for free. And she goes, no, Sal, please don't. I said, no. I didn't do this for spreadsheets. I didn't do this to be a corporate guy. And even though like just send her an invoice, it's so easy. It's the principle. I don't want to do that. I want to just be like, hey, send me the money. I'll do it. Or don't. And I'll still do it. But because I'm blessed enough to have the money in my account and I'm living comfortably where I don't have to sell my soul. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just said I'll do it for free. And then LaDonna gets on the phone with me, or she texts me, I can't remember. We probably did both. And she goes, Sal, you did great. She's like, this is gonna be great. You're gonna blow it out of the water, and this is just gonna skyrocket your career. Whether you get it now or later, it's gonna happen for you. This was the brilliant move. I said, okay, cool. I just needed the affirmation. And then I told one of my awesome collectors who's in his 70s, and he's a business owner and has a lake house, not a house on the lake. You know what I mean? Brilliant man. And I told him exactly how I executed it. And he goes, you know what, Sal? He goes, that's a brilliant move. That's the smartest move you could ever done. Checkmate. Good for you, young man. I said, what? And this is a business guy. I'm not a business guy. Yeah. But he thought it was so cool because he's like, they're just gonna love it no matter what you do. You can't do any wrong in their eyes now. You're just fucking killing it. As soon as they show up, they're gonna love it. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. And Ben Lamm is a dope ass dude. That guy's basically a billionaire. he came up to me. First person he comes to say hi to was me. Gave me a big ass hug. Just walked up to me like this. And I've known him for years, you know? Nice. So it was really cool. So basically, you know, once I did it, the woman that's my seer, she's very gifted, and she like she didn't know anything about this at all. Like I just told her about the dire wolf. I didn't tell her specifics. You know, this is after everything kind of went public. She doesn't watch the news. She's busy with her family life and her husband and stuff. And she was like, something, Sal, you know, and granted, anybody could be like, well, you could just look it up and blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you, she does not watch news. I like, whenever I talk to her, I'm like, hey, have you heard of this? And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, she just doesn't know. She's like, oh, I'm busy going to Switzerland to go visit her son that lives out there. And, you know, her father or mother, sorry, her father who lives in somewhere out there in Denver or whatever. She's like, something's telling me to tell you to paint 3. And like just 3, the number 3. I don't know why that keeps coming up. She's like, it's 3. And there's 3 dire wolves.
So she didn't know you were doing the painting.
She knew I was doing the painting, but she thought it was going to be a wolf, like just a wolf.
Okay.
She's like, Sal, something's telling me to paint. It's telling me to tell you to paint 3. Whatever that means to you, the number 3. She said the number 3. Yeah. She didn't say 3 wolves. She goes, the number 3. And when she said that, I'm like, 3, 3, 3. And I didn't think about it till like I started painting the painting. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, there's 3 dire wolves. I was just going to paint the 1. And then when I was doing it and I said hi to Ben and everything, when I was almost finishing, you know, everybody was doing their finger paint on it, like a finger brush, because that was their idea, and everybody loved it. Like the face that they made when they were doing the stroke, they were like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like, and I'm like, yeah, you're a part of history now, see? Yeah. And they're like, oh, and I'm like, you live in this painting forever, because every stroke, I feel like it's a piece of their spirit in there, you know? Yeah. It will live there forever. And so when I was done, I talked to the guy, Sean, who reached out to me initially, who's like Ben's guy, and, you know, he does a lot of work for Ben and stuff. And I said, hey, Sean. And Sean's like a no-nonsense kind of dude. And I was like, hey, man, so where do you guys want this? Like, we taking it, like, once it goes back to my house, are we delivering it to, like, the lab or the offices or whatever? And Sean goes, no, Sal, none of those. And I'm like, oh, fuck. In my head, I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, well, okay. And he goes, Ben loves it so much. He wants it to go to his house. Thing. So I was like, hell yeah, okay. You sure? He goes, no, dude, he doesn't want anybody else to have it. So we're going to set that up. Cool. So I texted Ben the other day. He was just like, yeah, when you get back from San Antonio, we'll, you know, get your installer, Mario, my guy Mario, who assisted me for the day there. And we're going to do the thing, go to his house. So it'll be cool.
Dang. That's badass, actually. Dude, I want to talk a little bit more about your Seer. Like, how did you get into this?
She basically, I met her out. So the art store that I go to, I was there one day, and we just happened to like cross paths and started talking. And then she was like, hey, you look cool. Like how you said, like, what do you do kind of thing. And I was like, oh, I'm an artist. Well, really? Can I see your stuff? And then, of course, I have Instagram, so I showed her, and she's like, oh, I'm going to follow you. And she started following me, and then she was like, oh, my God, I love your stuff. Like, can I get something from you? I'm like, sure. And then I forget how the native thing came up, but I think I was just like, I think she was like, yeah, I love that buffalo or something, like I'm native or something like that. I go, oh, you are? I always heard that I was native, da-da-da. She said, really? She goes, I can find out for you. And I said, really? Like, not like the 23andMe. I don't want to give my DNA to the government. Yeah. Right?
Oh, they already have it anyway.
Probably, yeah. And birth certificates and all that shit. Anyway.
They're coming to pick up that glass.
I know, yeah, exactly. They swab it, yeah. Put it in, take it in, log me in to the Matrix, put me back in. But like, she just was like, yeah, like, I can find it out for you. Just, you know what? Let's meet up. So we met up, and she like took down information. She didn't trust. She's like, normally this is what I do for a living. On top of like reading people's whatever for them, they're not like cards or anything, but like she reads people and tells them things that they didn't tell her. Okay. So she's very gifted. And so she was just like, here, I'm gonna write down. Give me your name of your abuelito, your dad. And basically that's really it, and your full name and your birth. I'll find out everything else. Your date of birth, but give me like your stuff. I said, cool. I just gave her my date of birth, my first and last name. Cool, got it. She leaves. She finds out. She writes all this stuff down. Texts it to me and shit. And I was like, damn. I was like, I don't know how to pay you. Check it out. And so I just gifted her a piece, and she fucking loves it and tells everybody about it and stuff like that. So she's a collector, you know, because we bartered on that. So that's how I know her. And ever since then, she's just been feeding me information. Just like, Sal, this is what I've been hearing. This is what I've been seeing this and hearing this. And she's told me some cool ass shit where I'm just like, you know,
And you
I don't
full
like to
on,
get
you
too much
full on
into
believe it, or do you?
No, I believe it. I believe it because
doubts.
she's told me some other stuff that like I've never told her, and she just was like, this, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Did I tell you that? She was like, no, and I know I didn't, but in my head I'm like, did I say something to her that she knew this, that, and the third? It's not like what's his name, the guy who was on the TV that would be like, he would get information from people, and then based off of that, there's like a real basic way where you can read people. It's nothing like that. It's like literally like just wild shit that I can't recall right now, but she's told me privately, and that I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, she's very gifted. So, yeah.
So I'm 50-50 on that, like really on the fence.
Dude, I'm skeptical too, especially when I first met her. I was like, I don't know about that, but she did me a solid by doing a lot of cool research, because in all the research she did, on my dad's side, my cousins that are like my older cousins, they're like finding out they like got the 23andMe, and everything they researched matched up to what I did 6 months before they did it. Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
She didn't take your spit, nothing.
No.
Swap some.
Just ask me like my first last name, what my date of birth, my dad's first and last name, and then my grandfather, and that's it. And then she just handled the rest. I don't know how women are good like that anyway. Yeah, they'll find anything out about you. You know what I'm saying?
All your secrets out.
Oh yeah, dude. Secreto.
And your first one's free.
Yeah, that's right. That's how they get you. But no, she's great.
That's what government's like. This is what I do as a living, but the first one's free. The first one's free. Nah, that's crazy. Like I'm like very tempted to do stuff like that, like to check it out, but at the same time, I'm like, what if it is real? I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, I mean, no, there's something to that, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's podcasts I listen to. The people are like, I was an atheist until, you know, this, that, and the third happened, and then like, basically like, and I believe in this too. Like I channel certain artists, and it sounds like woo-woo shit, but like I channel Jean-Michel all the time. That's my hero, Jean-Michel Basquiat. You know, I'll sometimes have a problem with something, and I'll be like, Jean, I need you right now. Like, could you help me out? You know what I'm saying? And then not next to like right then and there, but like maybe 5, 10, 30 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I got an idea. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not the one doing it. There's paintings that I can't even tell you. I can't remember how I did them. You know what I'm saying? And the Direwolf piece is kind of one of them too. I don't remember doing it. I mean, I remember doing it, but I don't remember like how I came up with this idea or that idea or that idea. I just did it. Yeah. You know, I'm just the vessel. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I'm the vessel for whatever we're in. You know, the universe is channeling this gift that it was given to me through me. It's just I'm using it the right way. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
yeah, man, I'm everything, like, you know, when people believe, they make sense, and I want to believe in it too. And it's just like, but I'm also I gotta see it to believe it kind too. But so this is one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if I want to, and I don't know, who knows if I ever will. But I like hearing people's stories when they do believe. Yeah, when they believe, or even when they have like stuff that they experience. Like, it freaks me out a little bit. Like, I think maybe that's what I like more is living. What is it? Vicariously.
Vicariously.
Yeah, through somebody else's experiences like that.
Yeah, man.
So I like that. I enjoy hearing stuff like that.
Well, have you heard of, because I listen to a lot of interesting podcasts, and like a lot of the things that I've been hearing lately is like, you don't have to believe in whatever that is, but whatever that is out there believes in you. So like, scary. Yeah, it is. So like, if you're drawn to something, it'll manifest itself, whether you're afraid of it or you believe in it, right? So if you're afraid of the extraterrestrials and shit, they kind of will manifest themselves because you're afraid of it. If you're not, and you don't even think about it, you don't see it. It's almost like I don't know, it's like if you like ghosts or whatever, the people that are really into it, and you're like, I saw it, the chair moved.
Yeah.
It's because they're putting that energy into it, right? So they'll see that shit. So I'm seeing good shit because I believe in, now I'm like, I always say the gods, plural, because I don't know who's watching us.
Yeah.
The universe, right? Or Jesus. I'm just saying that just to cover my bases, right? So I'm like, the gods, universe, and Jesus, thank you for today. Thank you that I'm healthy, this and that. My family, loved ones, friends, healthy, successful. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for today. Thank you, we're alive. Every day's a gift, right? So I say that, but I'm like putting life out there. You know what I'm saying? But I believe in something's out there, and it's listening to us. It's listening to us right now, even if nobody's listening to us right here.
Hey, don't say
that. My mom is listening to us, and my abuelita is listening to us. Not sure.
And the universe.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody out there in the universe listen to us. But no, you know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things where I feel like if whatever you focus on, like anything in life, it'll manifest itself. So if you're like, man, I'm afraid of demons and this and that, and then you're always thinking about demons and shit, and then you're like, oh fuck, I woke up with scratches on my back. Shit like that happens.
Yeah, you
man.
start seeing things.
Yeah,
or
what do you call it when you wake up and you can't move? Sleep paralysis.
Oh, yes,
dude. Wild. I'm telling you right now. And so in this room, we're at Aloft on SMU Boulevard. What is that? UTSA. I'll be gone by the time this airs. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah,
UTSA Boulevard. This is. I'm not gonna be here for a while, so it's a long story. But anyway, like I was sleeping, and dude, I had the craziest nightmare in this room that I was being attacked by a demon.
Oh,
it was insane. I've never had a dream like that, and I don't know why I had that dream, but I just remember like. It felt so real because it was you ever had a dream in a dream?
Mm-hmm. Oh, all the time, dude. All the time.
It's like Inception.
Yeah.
So I legit was like in the bed and I'm like, kind of like I couldn't sleep. I was like, I can't sleep. And I felt like I was awake. And then I felt like this demon look at me and just come at me. And like had the claws and everything. And I like pushed back and I said, Jesus. And I said it out loud. It woke me up.
Okay.
But it was a dream in a dream. It was crazy because I was in a dream. Like I woke up from a dream, and I thought I was awake. And then that happened, and then I said Jesus, and I fell out the bed. But I didn't fall out the bed. I was on the edge of the bed, and I came out of it. It was crazy, dude. I've never had a dream like that.
You know what that is, though?
What is that?
It's heartburn from a bad diet.
Probably. No,
I'm just messing.
I'm leaving. I'm kidding. I had to turn that off. Sorry.
But I do. I've always, since I was a kid, I've had where I'm really. I feel like I'm in control of my dreams to an extent.
Oh, they call that. There's a word for that.
Lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I've always felt that. Like I've always been like in control to a certain extent. I mean, if I'm fighting in my dream, I'm still punching like this.
Yeah, real slow. I hate that. Or you're trying to run and you can't run.
Yeah.
You feel like you have like you're in what do you call it, quicksand or some shit?
Yeah. So dude, that I can't control at all. But like I can be like, oh, I'm in a dream, I'm gonna fly, or I'm gonna jump from there.
I've only had that twice.
Yeah.
It's really fun when you can do that though.
I can do it quite a bit.
Yeah.
But most of the time I'm like, I don't want to dream about anything. I just want to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to have that, those kind of sleep paralysis for a good while. I did change up my diet. That's why I joke about that. I changed up my diet, and it kind of just like cleared away. Like
I haven't had sleep paralysis in a while, but the last time I did was I think last year. It was freaky.
Yeah.
Once again, though, I just was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And when I said that, it broke. I don't know why. I'm just saying I'm not a religious person.
It could be that, like I'm saying now, right now, a bad diet, but I think it could be anything. Because even when I was younger, I would have that kind of stuff, and I was a lot healthier. So I'm just messing when I say it was a bad diet. But I was just.
But diet does affect your sleep.
For sure, 100%. But yeah, so that stuff, like I believe in, and. Every once in a while, and I've said this before on the podcast, like I hear voices. I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand.
Like legit?
You know where that's from?
No, what song is that?
That's Randy Orton.
Oh, shit. I saw him in Vegas, by the way. Yeah.
Dang,
I saw him, like, hanging out with Kurt Angle, like, walking through Circle Hotel.
Damn.
It was cool. He's big, dude. He's a big motherfucker.
He looks big on TV.
Yeah. And I also met Gangrel.
The
from
vampire.
The bloodline or the coven, whatever the fuck, with him, Edge, and Christian.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's big.
That's crazy.
He's still big, but he's super sweet, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Gangrel.
Dude,
yeah, man.
Just randomly.
just randomly. And then big ass Mark Anthony, he had like 2 security guards with him. Like, you don't need 2 security guards. You're still huge.
Or Mark Henry.
Mark Henry, sorry, Mark. Who's it? Mark Anthony, not the Puerto Rican singer.
He's not.
He needs
He's
security. Yes. That's hilarious.
Two
I said
different
Mark Anthony.
spectrums, right,
Mark
sure.
Henry, the world's
Mark
strongest
Henry,
man.
He lives up in Austin, I believe.
Really?
I think so.
Not that friendly. I walked by and was like, "Love you, Mark Henry." He's like, "Appreciate you, bro." All right. Okay,
He probably
cool.
gets that all the time.
Cool, bro. All right, whatever.
Who knows?
Gangrel was super nice though.
Yeah.
I said, "What's up, man?" I grew up watching. He was very sweet. Anyway,
I want to know. I want to say I met him.
I want to meet Val
But I
Venus.
don't.
That's what I want to meet.
I wonder where that guy's at. Hello,
ladies.
Yeah,
I got a toalla back there. I'm gonna grab and put it on, bro.
dude, I still do that. I'm coming out of the shower or whatever. Hello, ladies. Dude, I have no business doing that, but I'm still doing it.
Chino. I love that. Yeah, man.
My wife, put it on, put it back on, you nasty. Close the door.
Just
What are
wet
you doing?
your hair, like really wet, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude. All greased up.
She's like, how many times did I tell you lock the door? But no.
Oh, yeah.
What was I gonna say about? I don't know why we. Either way, that was funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I love it.
All right, man. I think we're coming to the end.
Was this a good one? I can't tell.
It
I had
was good.
fun.
I wanted to have fun with it. I didn't want to go back to I didn't want to do the
We don't rehash
the
anything.
intro. You know?
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know?
No, for sure.
I wanted to just have fun with it, but I did. My only thing here was I want to talk about the dire wolves for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that is crazy. It is history. Who knows what's gonna happen? I wish I hope for the best. I'm curious.
Yeah, me too. And I just will say, I will tell you, when I finished it, didn't love it. I didn't love it. I thought it was cool, but I was like, fuck, I could have done better. Right? If I had a bigger canvas and all this shit would start go through my head. But then when I took it back to my house and I had a couple days to sleep on it, when I wake up in the morning, grab my coffee and walk to the front, walk to my little art studio area, go to the front, open the blinds, looked at it, and I was like, not too bad. Actually, the way I did it, because the way I did it is I wanted to be like the old medieval, the way they used to draw wolves, with the almost look like scales for fur. I want, since it is a Game of Thrones
theme
vibe, kind of almost like a theme, right? Yeah. I wanted to feel like Game of Thrones meets modern. And the lady that was talking to me, she was like, "We're thinking 80s werewolf." And I'm like, 80s werewolf? I'm like, what?
Yeah,
and then I'm thinking what, American Werewolf in London? Or are we talking Teen Wolf?
Yeah.
And she goes, I don't know those movies. And I go, you don't know those movies? I was like, how old are you? She told me her age. And then she just didn't grow up that way. I grew up, we're boys, so we grew up different, right? So I'm like,
I don't know any other 80s werewolf than another Teen Wolf or
so
American
when
Werewolf.
I'm going to send you the photo, okay? And I hope you show it right here.
I will.
Ding! Right there. Right there. It's basically those fucking T-shirts in the 90s, with the electricity, with the moon and the wolf.
Oh.
They wore it because they bought it from fucking...
From a gas
all the
station
hipsters
somewhere.
wear them now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
And I'm like, when she sent me that, I'm like, that's not 80s. But I love her. She's great. I'm just saying, I just was like, that's not 80s.
Yeah.
That's like... I don't know what you call it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
It's going to be real bad if you forget to send me that picture.
No, I'm going to send it to you. Trust me. Bing. I'm going to send it to you. Don't worry. I'm going to send it all to you as soon as we, done.
But no, it came out cool. But and the fact that, Ben himself was talking about how they posed on the throne, the actual Game of Thrones throne.
Yeah. George R. R. Martin.
It works.
That's the original throne from the show. So when he was on Rogan, I don't know if you heard this part, he said that George R. R. Martin bought it and I think he owns it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I have it. Let's put them on there. It'd be perfect. So, yeah.
And it's crazy because you see the pictures that came out online and came out on the news and they're like, oh, little puppies. But then he's on the podcast and he's talking about them and I think they pulled them up. They're fucking huge already. Mm-hmm. They're huge.
Yeah. Sweet little puppies and howling, but scary.
So they tear you apart. We'll see.
That's right.
We'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. We've gone too hard, too fast. I don't know, man. Do you have a too hard, too fast story? I didn't even warn you about this time.
Oh, that's right. Shit. What could it be again? Tell me again.
Something funny, cautionary tale, or words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom is keep doing what you do because other people that are bigger than you, that admire you, will actually want something from you and they will barter something from you. This is a beautiful ring from a woman by the name of Silva CIE.
Oh, I saw that post.
She's carried at all the beautiful high-end boutiques around the country. This is not me gloating, but this is a 5-carat emerald with 18-karat gold. I looked at the value of this ring. It's very expensive. And in turn, I did a painting for her that's very expensive. That's a huge painting for her house in, I forget, like Santa Monica or somewhere in California. Beautiful home. And she absolutely loves it. And when we talked about it, we were surrounded by all these huelillos that don't normally look at Latinos unless we're cutting their yard or cleaning their homes or washing their cars. And I was the belle of the ball that day. And this beautiful Middle Eastern woman of Middle Eastern descent who's super talented was staring at me like, I love what you do. It was the closest thing to feeling like a celebrity that I've ever felt in my life. So continue, artists, to do what you do. Do not talk to other artists. Talk to business owners. And if you talk to other artists, make sure they're successful. Like my friend Silva with Silva CIE Jewelry. She created this beautiful piece for me, and I'm eternally grateful and blessed. It's like one of my staples in my career. It's my Super Bowl ring. Anyway, that's it.
That's perfect.
So keep working on your art and respect and love other artists that love and respect you, and barter. It's not all about money. That's it. If that helped.
No, that's perfect, man. And with that said, remember, slow down, enjoy the moment.
Y mucho, mucho, mucho amor.
Bye.